What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin and this is Horsepower Obsessed. Today we're going to talk about the 2022 C8 Corvette and how some of the color options coming are eliminating previous color options. Let's get into it now. Alright guys, so if you're looking for a C8 Corvette and you haven't been able to secure a 2020 or a 2021, this might be some bad news for you depending on what color you wanted to get for your C8 Corvette. Now, this information is coming to us from the guys over at CorvetteBlogger.com. Of course, like I said countless times, they are a great source of information for Corvette guys. But they're talking about some of the colors coming for the 2022. Or mostly some of the colors that aren't coming for the 2022. Now, I know a lot of you out there are probably thinking, man, the 2021s have barely even hit the ground yet and we're already talking about the 2022s. Well, GM seems to let this information slip in a way that always keeps us intrigued. It always keeps us wanting more. So the 2022 information is starting to come out as of now. Before we continue, I just wanted to thank Hyperion for again sponsoring today's video. Without getting too technical, it basically blocks the frequency from your key fob to your car and will stop potential thieves from stealing said frequency to gain access to your car. I have the remote in my hand and my car is turned on. With the car off, I take the remote, place it inside the Hyperion case, put the cap on, and now if I go to try to start the car, I am presented with a message that tells me the remote is not detected. I will put the link in the description down below. If you guys are interested, you can get one for 35% off plus free shipping just for being a Horsepower Obsessed fan. And moving right on to the information from the CorvetteBlogger.com, it starts out by saying, when it comes to planning and visualizing your perfect Corvette, one of the most important factors for buyers is selecting the perfect color. Luckily for the C8 Corvette buyers, they've had a few more colors to choose from since the assembly plant expanded from 10 exterior options to 12 when it first launched the C8 Corvette in 2020. But what GM gives us, they also eventually take away, and that's the subject of today's news. Chevrolet will be ending 3 of the 2021 Corvette's exterior colors, with unnamed replacements coming for the 2022. Corvette Blogger has learned that the colors being replaced are Sebring Orange, Shadow Gray, and Zeus Bronze. Now, I don't know about you guys, but those are very surprising colors to be getting rid of. The only one that I would say kind of makes sense is Shadow Gray. The Sebring Orange and the Zeus Bronze are such a wildly popular color, at least on the forums and in regular talks of people who have ordered a C8 Corvette. Those are the colors that really interest them the most in my findings. Specifically the Zeus Bronze, because that's a color that has never been on a Corvette before, whereas we have seen the Sebring Orange on the C7. Now, of course, the Corvette Blogger goes into even more detail talking about how many of the C8 Corvettes were ordered with these colors. So they say for the 2020 model year, the Sebring Orange finished 4th overall with 1,377 orders, or about 6.8%. Shadow Gray came in at number 9 with 1,111, representing somewhere around 5.4%. And the Zeus Bronze was dead last with 548 cars, totaling 2.6%. Now, I know I just said earlier that these colors were kind of popular, but these were the ones being discussed the most, not necessarily ordered the most. With that said, I feel like Sebring Orange coming in at number 4 is probably a bad idea to get rid of whenever that seems like the numbers are suggesting that's also a popular color. But I have a feeling Chevy has something up their sleeves with these colors. Now, the reason I say that is before we even saw any of the 2020 Corvettes in the flesh yet. So basically before they were announced and officially shown off, I had a really good feeling that the C8 Corvette Z06 was going to introduce a color that all of us want to see. And that would be Verde Mantis. So basically the green color that you find on a lot of the Lamborghini Huracans. Now, there's no rumors or any kind of fact behind this. I just had a really good feeling that GM was going to take this car that already looks like a supercar and they were going to slap a coat of paint on it that gives it even more supercar appearance. Of course, this is just my theory. This could be totally wrong, but with GM discontinuing 3 of the colors, I kind of feel like something's coming. Something big is going to replace those colors. Now, we already have a color that is very supercarish and definitely has a similar appearance to it as the Verde Mantis, and that of course is Rapid Blue. So a very non-metallic, almost flat looking blue that really takes this car to the next level in my opinion. If you haven't seen a Rapid Blue color on the C8 Corvette yet in person, definitely check it out because it does not come through on camera or in pictures the way it does in person. Now, moving on with the article on Corvette Blogger, they go on to say that for those that still want the colors, the time to order is of course limited. Sebring Orange and Zeus Bronze will need to be ordered by April 29th, while Shadow Gray fans have until May 27th to order the color. The last production week for the three colors are 6/14 for Zeus Bronze, 6/26 for Sebring Orange, and 7/19 for Shadow Gray. Now, if you guys haven't seen the video where I very first reviewed the C8 Corvette, it was actually a friend of mine that does his business at Click Lewis Chevrolet, just like I do. And his C8 was the Shadow Gray color, and in person, it is an extremely gorgeous color. And it's kind of odd that they would be replacing that, but I'm assuming they're probably going to be moving on to a different shade of gray, because gray is one of those colors that everybody can appreciate on a car, especially a Corvette. Corvette Blogger goes on to speculate a little bit about the 2021 model year, but they say that those build-out dates, as they are called, may also suggest that the 2021 model year will be ending sooner rather than later, which we take as a sign that GM is serious about getting back into regular production schedule with a regular model year changeover happening in probably July or August. And here's where things get really interesting, guys. I don't know how much you have dug into this personally, but the Corvette Blogger goes on to say that the last time the Corvette was on a regular production schedule was the 2017 model year. Since then, we've had new paint shop built and complete, refurb of the assembly line in advance of the 2020 Corvette, which impacted the start and end dates for the 2018 and 2019 model years, while 2020 and 2021 were impacted by the strike and, of course, the pandemic. The Corvette Blogger goes on to say that as for speculating on the new colors that may be coming for 2022, we think that the number 4 Corvette C8R's dark silver would be a great replacement for Shadow Gray, which would definitely be interesting. Right alongside a Verde Mantis clone, why not, right? Can you guys imagine what a C8 Corvette Z06 would look like with a clone of the Verde Mantis color on it? It would be absolutely stunning. But anyway, guys, that is the update for the 2022 model year C8 Corvette. It seems like GM has taken some colors away to hopefully make room for some new colors that are coming in. As we talked about for a second there in the beginning, the C8 Corvette has 12 possible color options, whereas most Corvettes have only had 10. So we already are getting a little bit more than what we usually get with a Corvette. With that said, they can't really continuously add more and more and more paint to these things because it really complicates production. So with them taking away 3 different paint colors, that means they are bringing in 3 new ones for 2022. And like I said, I have my fingers crossed that one of them is a really crazy shade of green. I think that would go very well with their crazy shade of blue that they have with the Rapid Blue. So I do believe it's something we're going to end up seeing eventually. But even if we do get the green, that leaves 2 colors remaining. What do you guys think they're going to be? What would you like to see? What kind of colors would you like to see on the C8 Corvette? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to see something along the lines of the Verde Mantis. I'd also like to see something along the lines of Nardo Gray, because again, it keeps that same kind of approach that Rapid Blue has to the color, where it almost looks flat, but at the same time, it's just absolutely stunning in person. But let me know your thoughts. What colors would you like to see and why? Leave them in the comment section down below. Now, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. If you liked what you saw, please give me a big thumbs up. If you have any questions about the content, shoot them in the comment section down below or send me an email, horse.power.obsessed@gmail.com, and I will make sure you get an answer. I'm very curious as to what you guys think the colors are coming for the C8 Corvette in 2022, so please leave them down in the comment section below so we can have a discussion about it. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. I have loads of C8 and C7, basically just Corvette news in general coming you are not going to want to miss. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next upload.